guys, in the last video we spoke about the concept of money, how money increases in value and how it reduces in value. So in this video we'll be going in depth into what investment is and the scope around investment. Please click on the subscribe button, like and share to your friends.
What is actually investment? Yeah, what is this investing that we're talking about? Investment is something that actually brings in money into your pocket. So let's take for example, you bought a house of 10 million naira. Yeah, maybe in 2020, you bought a house of 10 million naira. Then you gave the house, maybe you rented the house to people for 1 million naira, you understand? Then at the end of the year, you're getting 1 million naira of return, you understand, from your tenants. Let's say the house is 10 million, then at the end of the year, you're getting 1 million naira from your tenants. For you to get that 10 million naira that you used, you have to actually wait for like 10 years to actually get that return of your capital. You understand? That return of your capital. But now, if you watch something, do you notice that there's always an increase in price? You understand? Assets actually gain how like it is gain profit, which is something we call capital gains. You understand? We call it capital gains. Notice that the house that you bought for the house that you bought for, let's say, 10,000 naira, in like 5 years, you will notice that that house can even turn to like 100,000 naira. You understand? That is what we call investment. You understand? Even if you are getting your capital gains, maybe after collecting your 10 million, you understand, you keep collecting rent, your money keep accumulating. Apart from that, the asset itself, you understand, increase in what in value. The asset increase in value. You understand? So this is what we call investment. Investing your money and making profit over time. That's your investment. Yeah. Generating money for you. So basically, that is what investment is all about. And how can we make this investment? We can make this investment with the use of what we call shares. You understand? We can do this investment. I know many of us do not have this amount of money, this 100,000 naira or probably 10 million I'm talking about, because if you want to actually buy a house, you need like 10 million naira or 20 million, 50 million now. You understand? We don't have that amount of money, we are students. But if you actually want to do something like this, where you have like a return of investment of almost like 10%, and inflation does not what affect your money. You understand? And inflation does not affect your money. The only way you can go about this is using what shares. There are other ways actually, but one of the ways is by investing in what shares. You understand? So what is these shares? Yeah, shares are buying part ownership of a particular company and getting a dividend each time the company becomes profitable. Let's say you are buying a share, a part of the company with Apple. You understand? Just like the way Apple is now, you buy a share with Apple. That means you own like a particular percentage of what of Apple. And over time, if Apple, let's say Apple release iPhone 16 now, or when they even release iPhone 15, the company became more profitable. You understand? The company became more profitable. So when the company becomes more profitable, they gain some particular amount of money. You understand? And they now return some particular money, which is called dividend. You understand? Is a way the company compensates those people, those shareholders, people that invested in the company. You understand? Let's say you invested like 1%. You have an investment of like 1% in Apple. You understand? When Apple increases, you understand? When Apple becomes profitable, you understand? The return on investment, they give you like 1% on top. You understand? And that is what we call dividend. So dividend is the way the company returns some of its profits back to people, you understand, who have invested in the company. You understand? So there's a way you can buy shares from Apple. Then after buying this share from Apple, you gain money over time. So if Apple release iPhone 16 now, people that have shares with Apple, if Apple release iPhone 16 now, yeah, their shares will go up, and they will get a dividend. You understand? They will get a dividend for every increase Apple has. So if you let's look at this. If you have an investment with Apple, let's say in 2016 now. In 2016, sorry, let me go back. In 2016, Apple stocks was what Apple shares were worth like $40. Let's say in 2016, sorry, not even 2016, it was actually like $30. Then maybe you invested like $30 or maybe 30, let's say 30,000 naira. Let's just naira first before we go into dollar. Let's say you invested 30,000 naira now in Apple stock in 2016, and over time you left the money for years. You understand? Remember, I told you wealth is not a get rich quick scheme. It's something that generates over time. Those rich people you see, their wealth has generated over time. You understand? Few for years before what? Before you hear the name, they have this million, they have this, they accumulated those wealth. So let's say you invested money of like you invested $30 in 2016. By 2024, your stock that $30, that 30,000 naira will be worth $200. You understand? That $30 that you invested will be worth $200 in like 2024. You understand? Imagine the increase. Imagine the gain. That is the dividend you gain is different from the increase in amount of the stock, because the more the company becomes more profitable. Remember, I said dividend. If the company becomes profitable, they'll give you some particular amount of money. You understand? Apart from that, you have this when the stock increase, yeah, your money too increases. So you are getting percentage from two sides. You understand? So basically, that is what this thing is all about. That is what this investment is all about. Investing and leaving your money to what grow over time. Investing and making your money to what grow over time. So technically you are not losing money, and the only way you can achieve this thing is not by actually saving, just saving in naira. I'm going to touch savings in our future class. Probably next week we'll be talking about how to save. Around last year, yeah, I bought a stock of 80,000 naira. You understand? Just 80,000 naira. I think that around that time dollar was around I think 800. Is it 800 or 900? 900. Dollar was about 900. I just put in 80,000 naira, and I was like, I was still in school, and I was like, I need to start saving. You understand? I just put 80,000 naira, and this year I just went to check my stock, and I discovered that my money has increased over time, because around that time that 80,000 naira was like I think $80 or 80 something dollar. You understand? Just 80 something dollar. That 80 something dollar that I kept there, yeah, I went to check it recently, and I discovered the money has even increased. It's even more than this 140,000 naira. You understand? It has increased more than that. You understand? By just leaving it there. First thing, dollar increase. You understand? The rates at the dollar rates actually increase. That means that $80, when I change the money 80,000 naira to $80, you understand? It was just there. Then over time, the rate was actually like 800 when I changed the money from 80,000 naira to $80. But with time, that $80 that is there, you understand? The rate was increasing. The rate was increasing. Now let's calculate $80 now. That $80 times, because now I can't use the same rate that I used to invest, you understand? Because rate has changed, everything has changed. So it will not be the current rate of dollar. You understand? Let's say I invested that $80 now. That $80 now with the current rate, and dollar is around 1.6 now. Imagine I changed dollar around, let's say 8 to 900. Now I'm changing dollar. If I want to change dollar now, if I want to change that my $80 now, I'll be changing with the rate of 1.6. So imagine 80 times 1.6. 80 times 1.6, that's 128,000 naira. You understand? That's 120,000. That one is just dollar rate though. I've not even talked about the return, the investment, because I invested in stocks, because I invest in stocks, I invest in some particular things, crypto and all of that. We'll talk about that in our next class. You understand? So just by the dollar rates, I've gained like how much, that's like I've gained 48,000 naira just from last year, January, till I think recently. Do you understand? I've gained just 48,000 naira. Even apart from that, your stock will still increase. Oh. Let's not forget, this one is just dollar rates, because now you're investing in dollars. And a way for we Nigerians to actually gain more is when we invest in dollar. I will cover all of that when we talk about savings and how to actually save in our next class. You understand? So after that dollar rate, you understand, then the stock was increasing, because the stocks I bought, yeah, the company was increasing, they became profitable, so I was getting percentage. So actually that $80 increased from like $80 to like I think to one I think one 115. Let's say 115. I forgot, but 115. So let's now calculate 115 times 1.6. That's 100 and I even calculated this is even the wrong amount. I said that's almost 184,000 naira. So imagine putting 80,000 naira now, and probably the next year you're having almost like 200k, and your money is not losing value. So just imagine. So basically, this is what investment is all about. You understand? And this is what we're going to be talking about in this bootcamp. So this bootcamp is just an introduction. It's just an introduction. In the next class, we'll be taking how to actually invest, how to invest your money, how to go about all this investment, everything I've been talking about. We'll actually go into it. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people will be thinking that there's risk in this thing is risky. We'll be touching everything. You understand? We'll be touching everything from risks to everything. Any question you even have next week, we'll be covering everything.